Hi everyone, welcome to day 21 of the Learn How to Study Abroad in 30 Days series. Today's video is going to be pretty short. We're just talking about after you make your final decision on which study abroad program you want to attend, then we're going to need to look at who actually needs to know about that and how you should go about telling them. Let's go ahead and get started now. So for day 21, this is a short follow-up to day 20 of thinking about what happens now that you have gotten accepted into your programs, and now hopefully by now you have chosen a program. And so what actually happens now? So you're going to have to think through what it looks like to not just choose a program, but also as well to make sure that you close the loops with the one that you have decided not to go with. So who needs to know about your plans immediately? So as we've been talking about, your key stakeholders definitely have to be informed of this. So whether it be your parents, they're going to want to know what your final decision is. Anyone who works at your school who's going to be involved. So whether it be the financial aid office or your academic advisor or any of those key stakeholders, those are going to be important. Also, your secondary stakeholders, so these are people like friends, maybe you are currently living with roommates, and so you're going to have to figure out with them, what does that look like for your lease or wherever you're living. Any other type of relationships that you were in. For those, maybe those are your key stakeholders, but I often say they're secondary only because they are likely not helping you with payment or things like that. So whether it be your friends or your boyfriend or whoever or girlfriend, the secondary stakeholders, any person who kind of comes out of the sort of primary view of helping you make this decision would be a secondary stakeholder, but still people that are going to need to know about what your decision is because you're making this different choice. Last but not least, as I alluded to in the first slide, is you want to make sure that you are closing the loop with the programs that you decided not to attend. Now, I know that this may seem like a waste of time. You're like, well, if I don't say anything, they'll just know I'm not coming. I understand that from the perspective of just feeling like, well, I don't need to mention it, but it does two things for you. So number one, it helps you to look professional. And again, throughout your career, as long as you move forward, as I've been saying, after the age of about 15, it's no longer kind of cute to just punt the professionalism and not try and work on it. You always need to do it because you never know when you're going to run into people again. And you just want to make sure that you're doing that. So you're closing the loop on that. But then also too, it's just giving them the courtesy of understanding what your decision is and where you stand, because the next thing that will happen is that they may follow up with you, and if you ignore that email, eventually they're going to understand you're not interested. But if you take the initiative to say, write them a short note, or even if they have a form where you reply back and say, I am not accepting the offer, don't look at it as they're going to take it personally. They're not. This is an admissions process, so they're used to people not accepting it, but at least they can sort of close that chapter. The other thing that you're doing too is that you are giving courtesy to other people who may be waiting. So a lot of programs have a wait list, and they are often not able to move that wait list forward until they hear from people who they've extended an offer to. So make sure that you're just doing the right thing, because if the shoe is on the other foot and you were waiting to be admitted to a program and you had to wait for other people to say they weren't coming, you would want that done for you. So just make sure that you are closing the loop and letting people know that you will not be accepting the offer. And then also, obviously, for the program that you do decide to accept the offer, make sure that you follow all the steps that you need to make sure that you've made a concrete acceptance for that particular offer. So just something to think about on that front. And so as mentioned in the video, I definitely just want to emphasize, please, please, please reach out to the programs that you've decided not to accept. It's just going to be a great courtesy. It's something that you would want people to do for you, especially if you were on the waiting list. Please definitely do that. I hope that this video has been helpful for you, and I will see you tomorrow for day 22.